how does the Tasmanian market look at the moment? So this is a good question, and who sent that one through? Janesh. Thanks for sending that one through, Janesh. So the Tassie market, and I've written down some numbers here. So Tasmania as a whole has about 770 odd suburbs. There's currently 137 of them that are at an 80% score or more, which is a pretty good rate. Now, that's bringing in some suburbs there that haven't been verified as well. One thing to note for us, we're only really targeting Launceston area kind of at the moment, and not all of it. There's just lots of gotchas you got to be very careful about there. Um, I'm personally, and I know we are monitoring Hobart quite strongly, obviously with the AFL, their stadium looking like that's actually going to get through. Tassie's love to protest, but they didn't actually get, it doesn't look like they're going to get that one knocked back, which is some good progress for the people of Tasmania. But when we look here, that the thing for Hobart is it's still pulling back. It hasn't really started to consolidate yet. So if we kind of get back to the last couple of masterminds, we talked about, Melbourne, it's not blowing the doors off right now, but it is consolidating. It is on an upswing, where Tassie we can still see is pulling back. So -4% over the last 12 months. It's pulled back 1.3% in the last rolling month change. So it is getting closer though. Particularly those vacancy rates and rents are starting to stabilize, because they were starting to previously, they were blowing out. There was a bit of rents going downwards, but it's just not quite there yet. But it is of a serious interest to us when monitoring that Hobart area. Keeping in mind though, Hobart is not a very, very cheap city. Like you're not going to be picking up properties in Hobart for $500,000. That's not going to happen. Even your cheaper, older properties are going to be somewhere in the sixes and sevens. So it's just understanding, if you're holding out waiting for Hobart and thinking there's going to be $300,000-$400,000 properties in Hobart, you're going to be disappointed. But the yields can be still competitive in there. In Launceston, we're buying kind of early 400s up into the sixes, and most of the yields there are about a 4.5%-5%. Tassie market is looking good, more so Launceston and some other surrounding areas as well of Launceston or outside of Launceston, but just not quite the Hobart market yet, still consolidating for a bit of time. But that could be 3 months, could be 6 months, could be 12 months. We need to just keep monitoring a few fundamentals there until we give that the green light.